First off, congratulations on the win. What was the biggest difference for y'all mentality-wise coming from last game into this game?
Well, I think the players made a conscious effort that we were going to be better defensively, and our attack starts with the way that we defend and the way that we want to put an impact on the game when we don't have the ball, so that when we get the ball that we can kind of start it from there and where we're going to start with the ball. So you look at the way that the way that Sid was playing in the midfield, the way that Mia was playing in the midfield, the way that Micaiah was playing in the midfield. All of those players made big impacts because of the way that they were defending. Same thing with all of them. It was nice to have our captain back in the midfield. With obviously with having Anderson Williams back is a big boost to us. But same thing across the board. When Grace Ivy stepped on the field, you could see a boost in the way that we could play as well, because there's no dip whenever we make any kind of change in the lineup. So I was pleased for them, because it's the way that we expect them to play, and they stepped up and did it. So I'm happy for them, because that's the way that we can play. That we were disappointed in the just kind of in the way things went on Wednesday night, mostly because we didn't finish our chances. And then you see Mia step up and hit a 30-yard laser to open the scoring, and then a great free kick from Sid Becerra to make it 2-0, and then a great set piece to make it 3-0. And you got to give Fairfield a lot of credit, because they're a good team. They're going to win a ton of games this year. I give them every chance to win the MAC this year because of their ability to keep the ball. They've got big-time players. They've got very good athletes. They were able to stick with us. We had to score really good goals to win the game, and I think David has a terrific side that's going to be able to hold their own against a lot of really, really good teams. They held their own against us tonight, and it took some good goals for us to win the game.
And what was y'all's strategy defensively? You came into the game, they only got 5 shots on y'all, 1 shot on goal. What was that like?
Well, the issue for us was, we needed to compact the spaces just a little bit. We got way too stretched out, and a part of that I'll take the blame for. On Wednesday, we made a couple adjustments tactically in our shape that, you live and learn, and we found that that's not a shape that, is really conducive to this particular group, and you live and learn. So we found that, what we were able to do tonight is a little bit better for our psyche, and it allows us to feel better about going forward when we win the ball. And in general, that was one of the big keys. Was they just felt more comfortable tonight, and when you feel more comfortable, funny how confidence spurs a lot of good things.
And with this being the Fish Camp game, how important was that to you guys and having the stands full?
It was awesome. I don't know what the attendance was so a lot. It was full house. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people in attendance. I'm sure by far the biggest attendance in college soccer so far this year. And for us, that's something that we kind of have grown accustomed to. We've always had this particular game at the start of the season has always been one of the very biggest attended games in college soccer. It's something that kids come to play here because they know they're going to play in front of giant audiences, and the 12th man is on their feet and standing and cheering for our women and supporting our women, and that's something that's really special. It's really unique, and you can see how our players respond to it. It's really awesome. You look at all the confetti on the field from the goals and from the celebrations of the 12th man is pretty cool. So, you come in. Most places are a few hundred people for a women's soccer game, and here at Texas A&M, it's more like 5, 6, 7, 8,000 for a match, and that's pretty cool. It's pretty neat to be a part of.
And going into your the game against Baylor on Friday, how does this win propel you into that?
Well, again, confidence goes a long way, and for us now we're scoring goals. We're scoring, so that's 10 goals in 3 games. So knowing that we can score, knowing that we can score in a variety of ways, knowing that we're creating, about 20 shots a game is a nice thing. Baylor is a really well-organized team. They're going to be coming back from Hawaii, and they've been playing well in Hawaii, winning in Hawaii. So they're going to come back and be playing, on the banks of the Brazos. So Battle of the Brazos is always a big rivalry game that goes back to Big 12 days, but even back to Southwest Conference days. And so there's a lot of history between the two schools, and Michelle and I are friends, and it'll be a fun game. But it's a Friday night just up the road in Waco is it'll be tough. It'll be nip and tuck. Last year when we played them, big crowd here as always, and it was a 1-1 tie. So we'll see how it goes up there.
Alrighty, thanks again.
Thanks.
First off, congrats on the win. That was an amazing game. What do you think the main difference was in this game as opposed to last game?
I think leading up from last game to this game, the quick turnaround, we were really focusing on what's next soon as we don't have possession of the ball. We were really focusing on our attitude, and just to when we lose it, it's not what happened, it's just how we react to it. And I think that was the biggest difference today was our attitude and our fight to win the ball back, and not necessarily just let them dump balls on our back line. So I think that really, our mindset switch was really what helped us tonight.
And how important do you think that first goal was for this game?
I think it helped us get a bit of momentum. I don't know. It was just, I thought we did very good from the very beginning of the game, but just getting a goal in the back of the net, I think, just adds a bit of confidence to us, and then kind of helped us for goal number 2, and goal number 3.
And what was your strategy this game? Coming into half, you were obviously up by 3. Keeping that momentum going, making sure that you kept that lead.
Yeah, so at halftime, Phil was you guys haven't, what are you celebrating for? You haven't done anything yet. And I think that was just back to 0-0 to start the second half was our mindset, and to continue to put the gas on the gas, and just really go ahead and 3-0, just forget about that, start 0-0, and we haven't achieved anything yet. Soccer's a 90-minute game, so just keep pushing for the second half.
And have you guys looked into anything going into Baylor next week?
No, not too much. I think all of us are very familiar with Baylor, an in-state rival, so we're just going to really have to use everything we learned in these past 2 games and really apply that, and we'll have to play our best soccer against Baylor because they're a good side.
Once again, great win tonight.
Thank you.
What are y'all going to take away from this game and move towards, or what are y'all going to take away from this game to improve towards the future?
I think just that continue with the attitude piece of winning the ball back and just working on our defensive shape. I think we're really good at getting numbers forward and getting our attack, and we really have focused on that in the past, the offensive transition. But now just looking on the other side of the ball, our defensive transition, and how fast we can win the ball back and regain possession.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, great game. That was a great shot. How good did that feel for it being your first shot of the season?
It felt pretty good. I've been working on finishing off of crosses for a while now, so it felt good to finally put in the back of the net.
Mm-hmm. And how important do you think that was going into halftime?
I think it was extremely important, but as Mia said, the game's not over yet, so it had a positive effect in the team room during halftime, but we still had to come back out and finish the game. It wasn't over yet.
And what was the biggest thing that you guys worked on coming into this match?
From the last game, we saw that our defensive transition was not very good, so once we lose it, what's next? It's not the fact that we lost the ball, but it's how we react to it, so I think we really changed that in this game, and I hope we can continue doing that for the games forward.
Once again, wonderful game tonight.
Thank you.
Y'all tallied 20 shots, and how were y'all able to get to y'all spots to be able to shoot 20 in a game?
I don't know. I think we've been working on that, our offensive transition, catching them off guard. Once we lose it, going forward, always looking forward as our first option and not backwards. So I think that combined with working off the ball for our teammates really helped us be in the position to score those goals and get some shots off.